Welcome to the Yap and Cap Economic Podcast. I'm Mr. Yap, and I'm here with
Mr. Cap. Welcome, everybody. So this project, this economic podcast, is mainly its main purpose is to serve as a resource material for students, mainly IB students, and it's made by IB students as well. So we know what's important, and we can provide real-life examples and revision material for your upcoming IB exams.
Yeah, the podcast will consist of 3 short episodes, each of which will discuss one example of an economic policy that is part of the standard level IB curriculum. So both SL and HL will be able to use this, and it'll be like a quick, in-depth analysis of a situation that you could use in any of your exams or potentially even in the 2025 IAs, because all of these will be valid for that.
Yeah, and in our podcast, we basically, the topics span across all of the levels, all of the topics. So we include micro, we include macro, with maybe some examples from global economics as well. However, we'll guide our analysis mainly towards micro and macro in our economics podcast.
Yeah, and we will try to link these separate examples together as well, and that'll form sort of like a general understanding of how everything works together and how economies just sort of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll mainly try to use relevant examples. We've done our research and we're looking at something where we can point to it at a global scale first, and so we can relate it to more local. Maybe this could provide a more in-depth understanding for you or your peers listening to this podcast. But we think this this procedure is the most optimal for you guys to understand.
Exactly. With each example, we will have one sort of zoomed out global example that will describe a situation on the global scale and will propose or maybe describe some policies or some action that was taken against it. And then we'll also zoom in and do a very local one where we are from the Czech Republic, so a lot of them will be related to the Czech Republic specifically. And yeah, they're good examples that you might even know about previously, and this will just give you a way to look at it with like through an economist's lens.
Yeah. Of course, we're students. We're not very uptight with our terminology and humor, so we'll try to keep the podcast information light and simple with some maybe suggestions for different graphs, so it's still practical. Yeah,
exactly. We'll include some important terminology, but we will keep it at a level where it should be understandable to even someone who's just getting started with economics, or even perhaps just considering taking economics as part of their IB course to maybe help you decide.
Yeah, well said.
Well said, Mr. Cap.
Yeah, well said, Mr. Cap. Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you for listening. I hope you guys got the gist of it and how we how we will structure this economics podcast, and we hope that you guys will enjoy the rest of our podcast.
Yeah, we hope you tune in for the following episodes.
Yeah.
See you then.